Oops, sorry, did my whole spiel and my microphone was off, so that's nice. Welcome back to the GSMC Baseball Podcast, here bringing you our second segment. But before we do that, I'd like to ask you again to please like and follow the show. We do get a number of questions from viewers, so to ensure that your question does get read on the air, please use the link, gsmcpodcast.net. It really does help the show, and it really does mean a lot, so thank you so much for that. And let's get back into the show for today. All right, so as I said, we're moving into our second segment, which is going to be talking about the Mets. Everyone loves the Mets, don't they? Their recent winning streak, and just going over what's kind of clicking for them. So let's get into it. So as you can see on the screen here, if you are watching on YouTube, there is a big purple blob, and you might say, okay, well, what does that have to do with the Mets? Well, funnily enough, this is kind of becoming a little bit of a thing on the internet right now with the Mets. So they are currently 5-0 since Grimace, the mascot of McDonald's, threw out the first pitch at the game. So I just thought it was a little fun thing to put out there. And it is pretty funny, I'd say, having being 5-0 since this guy threw out the first pitch. I think it's just a good rallying cry. And us Mets fans, I'm a Mets fan, you can see the millions of jerseys behind me. We need something to hold on to right now, something to rally about. And this is just fun. I'm going to be, unbiased in this segment. But yes, I am a Mets fan. And this was very fun, I think, with this Grimace thing. So, yeah, as I said before, the Mets are on a winning streak. They're 5-0, just swept the Padres, who are a very good team. They're 1.5 out of the wild card now, which seems cool, but there's like 7 teams, 1.5 games out of the wild card. The NL's crazy this year, so I don't really know. And most importantly, they're 11-4 in their last 15. And they've played the Diamondbacks, they've played the Phillies, the Marlins, the Nationals, and now the Padres. Marlins and Nationals, yes, are easy. Diamondbacks still have a lot of talent. Phillies are a great team. And, splitting both those series was very important. And now sweeping this good Padres team, I'd say, is a pretty significant thing and shouldn't be taken lightly by Mets fans. I think that right now, a lot's going right, and they're doing a really, really great job. So I think right now, you just have to look at some of the things about what has been clicking for the Mets. Why have they been doing so well? And why have they just done better than before? And really, I just think it is the offense. The offense has done such a great job for these few weeks now over this winning streak. And I mean, they had a team meeting on May 29th. People clowned them, and they've done amazing since. I mean, since the team meeting on May 29th, JD Martinez and Luis Torrens have OPSs of 224 and 222. Tyrone Taylor, 194. Jose Iglesias, 195. Starling Marte, 194. Francisco Lindor, 184. Pete Alonso, 133. Mark Vientos, 121. Harrison Bader, 112. Brandon Nimmo, 112. These players are doing very, very well, hitting the cover off the ball and just playing great. And I think one of the things we're looking at with the Mets here that is very interesting is a lot of guys you wouldn't expect to be doing well are Luis Torrens, who we signed as the backup catcher after releasing Omar Narvaez and Tomas Nido. After releasing Omar Narvaez, and then Torrens won the backup spot from Nido while Alvarez was hurt. He has done so great. Tyrone Taylor's been great. Jose Iglesias as a platoon bat has really been fantastic, bringing a lot of energy to the team as well. Marte's been on fire. Lindor's been absolutely stunning. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw that play at shortstop he made against the Padres, but that was really great. Vientos has done great. Alonso's done great. Bader's been really good. Nimmo's been really good. And mainly, J.D. Martinez. Man, oh man, has this guy been amazing. A really surprising signing when the Mets did sign him this offseason, but man, has he been fantastic recently. Had 2 home runs in a game versus the Padres and hit a walk-off against the Marlins, against one of the best closers in baseball, in fact, as well, Tanner Scott. So overall, he has been a fantastic addition to this lineup. Really added as that veteran DH, and really just has been honestly so good. Really has ignited a light under this team, and I think one of the big reasons why the Mets are doing this well, and really has just been great. Now, another thing with this team is Francisco Alvarez. Francisco Alvarez, when playing, the Mets are 16-6, and when not playing, the Mets are 17-31. Now, that is a pretty big differential. I think that it shows right now how good Alvarez has been for this Mets team, and how well he has done right now for them. So I think that overall, Alvarez has really been great and just has added a lot to this team. Sorry, I'm seeing now that my show is not working on YouTube, which is interesting, but yeah, that's interesting. So I'm going to figure that out. I apologize. So it's only working on Twitter right now and Twitch, but yeah, so that's interesting. But sorry if you're listening audio and you have no idea what I'm talking about, but yeah. So yeah, Alvarez has done fantastic for this Mets team, not only with the bat, which has of course been great, but also with the defense and the leadership. When he's behind the plate, pitchers have mentioned more than once, many pitchers with this Mets rotation, how well he controls the game, how great he does back there, and just how fantastic he is of a game caller, and just overall is. I think that Alvarez really does a great job and is a fantastic leader there, especially for his age as well. Alvarez, is a pretty young player, and to be able to have these compliments from players like Jose Quintana, who has been a veteran in this league for a long time, is really great. And also going back to last year when Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer, who were both on the team, said how well he does calling a game. So Alvarez does just a fantastic job there and really is amazing with that. So I think that's another big thing for this team. He helps control the pitching staff a lot and does a really great job. So if I'm a Mets fan, I love seeing Alvarez back there. I think he does just, again, an amazing job and really is fantastic. So he helps with this Mets team a lot when he is healthy, and overall I think just does such a good job. I'm going to be right back, by the way. I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with YouTube. If I can't, I'm just going to continue streaming here. But yeah, sorry about that. I'll be back soon. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why it's not working on YouTube. I do apologize about that. But yeah, I'll have to figure that out after the show. But going back to Alvarez and the Mets, yeah, he's done really just an amazing job behind the plate, and really has done such a good job calling these games, and just been a significant presence here for this Mets team. Again, has done a fantastic job, and yeah, I think has just been an amazing addition to this Mets team, and really does help out the pitching staff when he is behind the plate. I mean, watching the Mets games as a Mets fan, you can see that pitchers do feel much more comfortable behind the plate with him. So, yeah, I think he does an amazing job there, and really is great. So, yeah. And I think the question we have to ask ourselves is, how good really are the Mets? Because they've been up and down really all year. There's really been no consistency with them. So, what you have to ask is, how good are they? And I think they're good. I think that's really what it is. The Mets have a ton of talent. I mean, you have stars up and down the lineup with Alvarez, Alonso, even McNeil, who has done absolutely horrible. Lindor. You also have Nimmo, Marte. I'd say Bader's a well-known name. And the rotation as well. Senga's injured, but he's a good presence as well. Bullpen, Diaz is there. So there's a lot of talent on this team. It's just, can they stay consistent? I think right now the Mets need another starter, which should be fixed once Christian Scott comes back up permanently. They need another infielder with Jeff McNeil playing absolutely horrible. There are some infielders available, like I said, mainly the same ones I mentioned with the Dodgers. So those guys are available there as well. Also, you also maybe need some other relievers with Brooks Raley going on the injured list for the rest of the year and Adam Ottavino not playing up to standard. So I think you need some additions there. But overall, the Mets are very good. I think have a lot of talent. And if they make the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised. And I think they're overall a really good team and have done a really great job. So yeah, I think this team has been very exciting and just is just a good team. I think there's a lot of talent, and I'm very excited to watch them with the future. So yeah, that was our second segment here, talking about the Mets winning streak and just going over what's been clicking for them. So yeah, we'll be going to our third segment now, which is going to be talking about Kyle Bradish and him being placed on the injured list for the Orioles. So we'll be going over that. If the break does take a tiny bit longer than usual, I do apologize. Again, trying to work out these technical difficulties of the show not being on YouTube right now. So yeah, we'll be talking about that, and we'll see you after the break. So thanks, and bye.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your fix of daily sports talk shows on YouTube. Absolutely.